Soggy Science here. It's number 23. Wow, almost half a year. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Well, what a great week. Just got back from shark free diving trip actually, with Chris Wade on the Sea-Watch shark boat. It was awesome. Got to see several sharks, came really close. We're going to do a single story piece on that coming soon, but a little teaser. It was fun. Awesome. Well, good friend of Soggy Science, Fabian Cousteau, starts mission 31 today. Check out the live feed at their site, mission 31. And hopefully they'll be in there for 31 days, breaking his grandfather's record. So good luck, guys. All the best. And some researchers from Florida International University, are joining them to do a week of research, 31 days of research. Flight 370. Still haven't found that haystack, nor the needle. They may be narrowing in based on telemetry, but they do believe the pings that were heard from the black boxes were not from the black boxes. So that's unfortunate news. Again, I think we'll be talking about this one for a while. Sci-Fi Network. Woo! Sharknado Week! 2 weeks before Shark Week, stealing a little of Discovery's thunder, they will premiere Sharknado 2! And a whole bunch of really poorly done shark movies that whole week. So 2 weeks before Shark Week, check it out. Sci-Fi Network. Sharknado! Oh, goodness. Well, some updates from the SPUM convention, the diving convention. International group looking at patent for PFOs. Thought to cause more bends cases in divers, but no need to screen all divers, which has kind of been the standing thing. But they say yes if the diver has ever had decompression sickness of the brain, spinal cord, inner ear, or skin bend, especially from a non-aggressive profile, or a profile that surprised them by getting DCS. Obviously, it is something that can happen at any time. Also, if they have migraines with aura, also if they've ever had a special kind of stroke called cryptogenic, and if they have a family history of PFO. That's the little hole in your heart when you're a fetus that bypasses a lot of the blood supply to your lungs because you don't need it because you're getting your oxygen via the umbilical cord from mama. So in 25% of the population, it doesn't fully close. Usually when they come out of the womb and are born, babies, that flap shuts and it heals over. But if you have one of those, unfortunately, it may allow some of the venous bubbling, which we all end up having, which can be benign, most of the time it is, can allow that to shunt or bypass the respiratory system, the lungs, which will catch and filter some of those bubbles out and not cause the bends. If it shunts over to the arterial side, then there's a good chance or an increased chance of getting decompression sickness unexpectedly. There's always a risk. Stay home if you don't want to, or you can just stay down forever, but that's a different kind of problem. Anyway, so some new guidelines potentially on PFOs. So interesting news. Thank you, Dan, and the Dive Lab for that update in a very timely way. Vietnam and China still having issues. Vietnamese fishing boat sunk. The Chinese are drilling 17 miles off some disputed islands for oil and bugging the fishermen and fighting for fishing rights. So former allies seem to be squabbling a bit. Can't we all just get along? I don't know. It's not so good. It's probably going to escalate and get worse before it gets better. So let's be good neighbors. The Chinese seem to be disputing a lot of the islands in that neighborhood between Vietnam and the Philippines and some other countries. Japan as well. So we'll see how that one develops. Hopefully no drama. That'd be good. They're the Paracel Islands. Yes, Paracel Islands are the ones in dispute this week. Okay. Well, There's a call to ban the collection and selling of nautilus shells. Oops, more like this. Those are the special mollusks related to squid and octopus. They're very old, that live deep water but come up at night, and they usually bring them up and fish them for this beautiful shell. Turns out one of the main fisheries of the Philippines, and a researcher who has done the research there has discovered that they're almost extinct in the Philippines. And that's Peter Ward. He's from the University of Adelaide in Australia. And unfortunately, really quickly, they've almost gone extinct in Philippine waters. So that's a huge surprise, not so good. So hopefully some action will be taken on that part. Scary news out of the Pacific. Hurricane Amanda, the first storm of the year, thus the A name, in the mid-eastern Pacific, near Mexico, Central America, has been registered as the strongest hurricane ever to exist in the month of May since we've been tracking them. So is that climate change or obscure things? But we know that the increased climate change may drive crazier weather. So not necessarily great news on that front. So Dan, Divers Alert Network, the month of June will highlight Diver Safety Month. So follow along, probably be some good information on diving safety. Go Dan, Diver Safety Month, starting now. Whoop. Alrighty. Pirates of the Caribbean ship. Unfortunately, it has sunk. Known as the Brig Unicorn. It sunk off St. Vincent's. It reported trouble and it sunk. Hopefully they'll get to raise it, but it's been around since the 40s. But I guess it won't be making its cameo in the 5th installment, which is supposed to start production soon, of Pirates of the Caribbean. So sad news on that front. And the saddest news of the week, another diver death on the South Korean ferry. Apparently they were helping cut holes, so hopefully he was at least qualified in his position. But we've had another diver fatality on the South Korean ferry project recovery. Very sad for the families. Still a lot of people missing. You know, we're 45 days into this, and we've now lost another rescue diver. So please, please, South Korea, lots of controversy there. Let's not make it worse by losing people there to help. I wish the best to the family and friends of the diver, and hopefully we won't see any of those again. Anyway, thanks for your suggestions. Thanks for checking in. Sign up, follow us on social media. That would be Facebook, Google+, Twitter, Scoop It, and Pinterest. And get out in the water, get wet, go have some adventure, get soggy.